Chapter number 7, Introduction to Ubuntu Linux GUI. What is the meaning of GUI? GUI means Graphical User Interface. We have already learned that operating system allows the user to use two modes of interaction, that is command line interface and graphical user interface. In this chapter, we will be introduced to GNOME 2 desktop and its different panels. We will also see how to customize the appearance of GNOME desktop. Now we begin. GNOME 2 desktop. Open source software is all about freedom of choices. Linux is no exception. It provides multiple choices for more components of the operating system. The desktop manager, or simply the desktop, is no exception. Linux provides several desktop managers including GNOME, KDE, Unity, XFCE, LXDE, and many more. While the first three desktops require more powerful systems with better graphics capability, the last two desktops are lightweight and can run even on quite low-end machines. GNOME 2, that is GNOME version 2, was the default desktop for Ubuntu Linux. Until Ubuntu 10.10, Ubuntu 11.04 onwards use the Unity desktop. You can install different desktops as per your choice, but GNOME 2 provides a very good desktop environment for personal computer users. When the GNOME 2 desktop starts, we get a screen as shown in figure 7.1. This type of screen will be displayed when you put on the computer. That I will show you just now practically. Just let me finish this paragraph. After that, practically I will be teaching you the chapter. Now there are three major components of the screen, that is top panel, that is a horizontal bar at the top of the screen, the bottom panel, that is a horizontal bar at the bottom of the screen, and desktop, the part of the screen between these two panels. You can see here the upper panel, bottom panel or lower panel, and this is desktop. Now in general, left clicking on any item, it selects it. Active items in the panel like menu, indicators and application launchers execute the corresponding action on a single click, while desktop shortcuts are executable program files in the Nautilus file browser, get executed only on double click. Right clicking on any item brings up a floating menu of options specific to that item. It is known as the content menu. Hovering over an item keeps the mouse cursor. Hovering means keeping the mouse cursor over that item for a little longer period. What will it do? It often brings up a small window called tooltip explaining that item in brief. Now practically I will start Ubuntu Linux and explain you these things. Now when you start the Ubuntu operating system, first of all the available users accounts are given here. You have to click on the thing which you want to log into. Then num locks key will automatically be put off when you start the system, so you have to put it on and you have to enter the password. So the Ubuntu operating system will get loaded. So you can see here how it is. The upper panel is known as the top panel. First we will try to understand the top panel. Now the top panel contains the menu bar with 3 menu items: applications, places and system. This is applications, places and system. Now in this thing Windows, what we have got? We have got a start menu here, right? In which we get all the things, that is applications means all program, places means my computer, system means control panel. While here there is no start menu, but it is divided into 3 different menus and it is put on the top panel. Now then the application launcher. The next thing is application launcher. Now this part is known as application launcher. Now suppose if you need to use Mozilla Firefox a number of times, then you can create a shortcut and repeat on this thing, that is known as application launcher. Then notification area. Whenever any notification comes, it will be displayed here. Suppose you received any email or anything, then it will be displayed in notification area. Then some templates, including one of the system date and time. From here you can see the system date and time, and if you click on that you will be able to see the calendar. Then comes the Me menu. Next is the Me menu and then Session menu. This is Me menu. Okay. In detail I will teach you later on. And this is Session menu. See, both the things are different. Now the desktop is initially empty, but the user can place frequently used files, folders and application launchers there for quick access. Now the bottom panel contains the show desktop icon. Now this is show desktop icon. How does it work? I will show you. For example, I have opened home folder. Okay, and if I minimize this thing, now if I open another thing, for example, say word processor. Okay, 2 things I have opened. I have minimized both the things and kept it at the bottom. Now if I click on show desktop, okay, or if I don't want to minimize both the things and I click on show desktop, then both the things will get minimized. So it is known as show desktop icon. Then comes mini representation of applications that are running. Now this thing, the files which I have minimized are shown here. This is known as mini representation of applications that are running. Then the desktop switcher and the trace icon. Now see, this thing is a new thing for you. For example, here you have opened these 2 things. Okay, so this is desktop 1, but here this part is known as desktop switcher. I can go to another desktop. Now there I can open something else also. The other thing which was open in the first desktop is open as it is, but here you will not even come to know that other applications or anything else is open. You are on next desktop. If I go on third desktop, I can open something else also. So Ubuntu avails you the facility to use multiple desktops. And the last thing is trash can, means recycle bin. Now one by one we will be discussing the different menus. I put up this thing. First one is application menu. This menu presents a category-wise menu of the applications installed in the system, as shown in figure 7.2. Here you don't need to see 7.2 figure, but here you can see the thing. One can run any application by selecting it from this menu. Then in that, first we will see the categories and common pre-installed software. These many things have come pre-installed. Now the biggest drawback of Ubuntu Linux is that it's not user friendly like Windows. Suppose I have got a very good software with me, and if you want to install that software in Windows, what will you do? You will take that software in your pen drive and insert that pen drive in your computer and install that software. Very simple thing. While here you need to connect your computer to the internet, and from internet straight away you have to download the software and install it. So this is a very bad thing about this operating system, and most of the softwares which are available in the market are not supported by this operating system. Now we see the first accessories. It contains calculator, CD DVD creator, character map, disk usage analyzer, Gedit text editor, manage print jobs, password and encryption keys, search for files, take a screenshot, terminal and Tomboy notes. These many things are given here. Now when I discuss all the things in detail, that time I will teach you. For example, character map. What is the use of character map? Suppose if you want to type in some other language which alphabets are not available on the keyboard, then you can use it from this character map. Any language you can select and you can select the alphabets from here. That is character map. Then the next thing is games. It contains some computer games that you can play for relaxing. Then comes graphics. Now graphics contains app Spot Photo Manager for managing photographs taken using digital camera. Okay. This thing is like a Photoshop app, but it's not so good. Hardly you can do anything here. So that is the first thing. Then the next thing is in your textbook it is given that it should have GIMP image editor for editing images, but here by default it has not come in the Ubuntu which I have installed, so it depends. Then comes OpenOffice.org Draw for or drawing for drawing and painting, that is like paint program, and Simple Scan for scanning documents and pictures from scanner. Then comes internet. This category contains Empathy IM client for chatting with others on the internet, Mozilla Firefox for web browser for surfing the World Wide Web. Then Viber Social Client for social networking sites like Facebook, Twitter and softwares to see the this thing, control another user's desktop, that is remote desktop viewer. From here you can control somebody else's desktop also if you know the user ID and password. And then terminal client, and this thing is not there in your course. Fine. Then we come to Office. Office is like Microsoft Office. As the name suggests, this category gives access to the tools most commonly needed for office work. This includes an online dictionary, an email client evolution for accessing emails and sharing your schedule, calendar with your colleagues, clients, etc., and the OpenOffice.org suite for free and open source productivity applications that includes Writer word processor, that is this thing, word processor, spreadsheet and presentation. Now next thing is sound and video. This category contains applications meant for entertainment. It also includes the Brasero Disk Burner for burning CD, that is writing CDs and DVDs. Then comes Movie Player to play movies on the computer. Then PTVT Video Editor for performing basic video editing tasks. Then Rhythmbox Music Player to play music, and Sound Recorder to record your voice if you possess a microphone and of course a voice worth recording, right? And the last thing here is Ubuntu Software Center. If you are not satisfied with the built-in applications provided there and tens of thousands of applications, most of the free most of them free but some paid as well softwares, you can download it. Okay, in the software repository hosted and maintained by Canonical Limited. It's a partner and affiliates the